South Korea's entertainment world has once again been rocked by the shocking news of two BTS members, Jungkook and Jimin. Amid the euphoria of international fans who are still talking about their activities in the United States, the two are suddenly rumored to have returned to South Korea suddenly. This return raises many questions. What is it exactly? Is it part of a secret project, a private affair, or something bigger? Global spotlight. Jungkook and Jimin suddenly appear at Incheon Airport. A normally quiet morning at Incheon International Airport suddenly turns into a sea of cameras and cheers when two iconic figures, BTS's Jungkook and Jimin, show up unannounced. There was no announcement from the agency, no public schedule, and no prior news indicating that they would be leaving the United States in the near future. Their return has been the subject of heated discussion, not only among ARMY, as BTS fans are called, but also Korean and international media. Both appeared to be dressed in casual clothes, wearing masks and walking quickly through the crowd. However, their gestures invite more curiosity than answers. Last activity in America. What really happened? A few days earlier, Jungkook and Jimin were both known to be in the United States. Jungkook has appeared on several music shows, as well as reportedly held several meetings with international producers and collaborators. He is also seen attending exclusive events that indicate the preparation of a comeback or the launch of his latest solo project. Meanwhile, Jimin is also said to be spending time with a number of famous musicians and choreographers in Los Angeles. Some say he is preparing choreography for his long-awaited second solo album. However, amid the dense activity, news emerged that the two ended their visit sooner than originally planned. They did not even attend some of the agendas that were originally scheduled. This is what makes the news of their return feel even more mysterious and urgent. Speculations began to appear: health problems, family, or conflict. When the two big stars of BTS went home at the same time without any official explanation, various speculations sprang up. 1. Health problems? Some fans speculate that one of them, or even both, may be experiencing health issues that require treatment in Korea. However, looking at the appearance of those who remained fit and active when caught on camera at the airport, this assumption began to be doubted. 2. Family business? Another emerging theory is the possibility of a family emergency. Fans know that both members are very close to their families, and if something happens, they will definitely go home soon. But again, there are no official statements or other indications that support this theory. 3. Internal conflict? Surprisingly enough, there is also speculation about possible conflicts or tensions going on behind the scenes. Some fans noted that Jungkook and Jimin seem to be keeping their distance from each other while at the airport. In fact, different from the usual laughing or talking to each other, this time the two seem to be silent and tense. Korean and international media hunt for answers. Didn't take long for the media to smell the mystery of this incident. Some Korean media outlets began contacting sources within the industry to dig deeper into the real reason. However, until this article is written, there has been no official confirmation from their agency, BIGHIT Music. Meanwhile, international media such as Billboard, Rolling Stone, and Variety also began to cover this news. Many have linked it to BTS's post-enlistment comeback schedule, as well as a possible joint project between Jungkook and Jimin that is still being kept secret. Fan reaction: from frantic to curious. The fans are certainly the most emotional parties facing this news. On platforms like Twitter, now X, Instagram, and Weverse, a variety of speculations, prayers, and concerns flooded timelines. Not a few fans tried to calm the community by insisting that there was no concrete evidence that something bad had happened. However, still, the silence on the part of the agency actually made the anxiety even greater. Secret project? There's a lot of talk of a surprise comeback. On the other hand, some fans actually feel that all this is part of HYBE's typical marketing strategy that is full of surprises. Not a few are convinced that Jungkook and Jimin are preparing for something big, maybe a duet single, maybe also part of a bigger BTS comeback project. Some observers even mentioned that their return to Korea could be related to filming secret music videos, album shoots, or exclusive collaborations with global brands that can only be done in Korea. Jungkook and Jimin, always unexpected. If there's one thing to learn from Jungkook and Jimin's careers, it's that they've always been able to surprise the world. From musical achievements, stage performances, to private lives, they are good at maintaining privacy and leaving the public guessing. The sudden return this time also seemed to strengthen the mysterious image. Two have long been known as close friends but are also two very different individuals. Jungkook with his calmness and deep charisma, Jimin with his warmth and strong emotions. Combination of the two often creates unforgettable moments. And who knows? Maybe this moment is just the beginning of something that will shake the K-pop world again. Speculation explodes. From secret projects to sad news? This sudden return, of course, caused a variety of theories among fans and the media. An urgent solo project? Many suspect that Jungkook and Jimin are preparing a secret collaboration for a comeback duet. They were previously spotted together at a music studio in LA. Family health problems? Some fans suspected personal problems or family emergencies. But until now, there has been no confirmation of this. Internal conflicts with the production team? Another issue that arose was the disagreement between the agency and the production team in America regarding the concept of the upcoming project. Special agenda with HYBE? Jungkook and Jimin are said to be holding a closed-door meeting with HYBE label's executives in Seoul to discuss the restructuring of their unit's project. Inside source, there is something bigger than just a music project. A source from the Korean entertainment industry who declined to be named revealed that the return is related to something bigger than just a music project. I can't go into details, but it's not about a song collaboration. Concerns long-term strategic decisions. You could even say it will affect the direction of their careers going forward. This description makes speculation even wilder. Does this mean that they will form a new subunit permanently? Or even preparing for the transition to an individual project far from the shadow of BTS? Additional evidence, traces of pre-homecoming activity. Fans active in the online community unpacked some of Jungkook and Jimin's activities before heading home. Jimin was seen leaving the Columbia Records studio with a serious expression. Jungkook was at a closed-door meeting with an international producer known for working on film soundtrack projects. Both have been absent from social and public events for the past week. These signals further reinforce the notion that they are facing something very serious, not just an ordinary project. Agency response: we cannot comment. BIGHIT Music finally released a short statement the next day. We cannot comment on the personal activities of our artists. Please understand. A very diplomatic statement, but it further fueled curiosity. If it is true that this is just an ordinary music project, the agency should be able to provide a more open explanation. Latest facts: secret visit to the HYBE studio. On July 28th, a leaked photo showed Jungkook and Jimin entering the HYBE building at night, accompanied by a number of staff. This photo was uploaded by a user of the Korean community forum Thiku and immediately went viral. According to some sources, they were there for almost 6 hours discussing the presentation of the project with creative executives HYBE. Some sources say that they presented a new concept that had been developed during their stay in America. True, this could be an indication that they are taking direct creative control of the new project. Conclusion: waiting for an official explanation. Until now, the public is still waiting for clarification from BIGHIT Music regarding the sudden return of Jungkook and Jimin. Is it because of a personal matter, an urgent matter, or a project that is being kept secret? Whatever the reason, one thing is certain: the world has not stopped paying attention to every step of these two global icons. Jungkook and Jimin, two names who have made history with BTS, are back in the limelight, even when they haven't said a word. ARMY around the world can only hope, no matter what is going on, that everything is fine. And if this is part of the big surprise, then the world is ready, as always, to be amazed again.